We had no clue about any of that. We were saging ourselves before the show. We were trying our best to make sure that we didn't have anything following us, but it did. After the first filming, I did get scratched. I took pictures. I shared it on social media. I had scratches across my side, my legs. It was pretty scary because I didn't know what to do with that. Hey, everybody. My name is 𝗚𝗲𝗿, and I'm with the Ghost Hunting Beauties. So today I wanted to get into who we are, why we do what we do, and what we're even doing here. A lot of you have been asking a lot of questions, so I wanted to clear up any misconceptions. So I figured we'd not only introduce ourselves, but go over a little bit of Q&A. So first off, I'm 𝗚𝗲𝗿, and I am the ghost host with the most. So I have an interest in paranormal since I was a kid, since I was young. So my interest in the paranormal kind of started there. I was able to see and hear spirits, able to tell when things were about to happen, different kinds of gifts and abilities. So being kind of a weird kid anyways, having gifts kind of makes things a little bit weird. So fast forward, I have a lot of friends who like to go out and go ghost hunting. And of course, I love the ghost hunting shows. I mean, you've got Taps, you've got Kindred Spirits, you've got so many shows out there where people are exploring the paranormal. But the problem is everyone has so many different views. So one show says one thing, another show says another friend says one thing, another internet site says another. So I decided the only way to learn is for myself. Well, one day I'm sitting there watching a couple of friends of mine. They're out in Galveston and they start going ghost hunting. And these ladies are having the time of their lives. They're climbing in air vents, just FYI. Climbing in air vents, exploring things, acting a little crazy, having a little bit of fun, but they're actually doing real life investigating. I mean, just using their cell phones. So I thought, oh my gosh, why can't that be me? So sure enough, I thought, I wouldn't want to do this alone. Why don't we just get a bunch of ladies and we go ghost hunting? So I talked to the ladies. They got really excited about the project and everybody said, this would be fantastic. We could go explore haunted houses, explore haunted locations. We could dress up, look really nice, and we could talk to ghosts. And I thought, absolutely fantastic. I mean, I was thrilled. But then I thought, we don't want to do this just on our own. I know if you've seen a lot of these shows, if you're not trained or have trained professionals with you, crazy stuff can happen. I mean, I didn't want anything out of the ordinary to come at me that I wasn't ready for. So we found gorgeous, incredible ladies with a huge reputation in East Texas. They were the paranormal team. So insert spring paranormal investigators. I mean, they're not just a team of ladies. They have a huge team, which is like a family. But I figured this was going to be a woman-owned, woman-ran, woman show with ladies just kind of having a blast, lifting each other up, supporting each other. Why not ask their 3 best ladies to come along? So sure enough, we've got all these ladies that decided to join us, and they were just so gracious to be able to clear up any misconceptions, prepare us for what we're getting into, and the show kind of went from there. I mean, we got together, put our heads together, and Ghost Hunting Beauties was born. So we'll start with a little bit of Q&A. You already kind of know who we are. We're out there exploring the paranormal. We decided if we're going to do this, why can't we have a show as well? So we got everybody together. So I run and own a marketing agency with my business partner, which is my husband. So he also helps direct, produce, and do the filming. I mean, he is the magic behind the show. And I've got women who are also running the sound. We've got other people who are videoing. We've got a whole team of people that came together. The show is about all of us exploring the paranormal with people who are unprofessionals, with people who are professionals. And when you combine the two, it's a learning process. So we didn't know what we were getting into when we started this show. We just thought we were having a little bit of fun. And we found out that some of it can actually be dangerous. I mean, we didn't know how dangerous, but coming into some of these locations, we figured it out. We also learned a lot as a team. So we have 3 ladies. We're great friends over here. We've got 3 paranormal professionals combining everything together to make a beautiful concept. Women who ghost hunt. Ghost Hunting Beauties. So we'll start with some questions. A lot of people have been asking me lately, can I come with you? Unfortunately, this is a show. We're not doing a lot of this just for fun. We do have excursions where we go out on our own and have some fun. But for the television show, we have all of our cast and all of our crew is already done, but we welcome people to come to our lives, to watch us and to join us that way. A lot of people have been saying, can I go with you? It's already been cast. It's already being filmed. Everything is already laid out and done very professionally. So we can't just take on just anybody. Now, maybe by the time we get to season 3, we might have a guest or a new model come in, but that's going to be in the future. So another question that we've had is what you're doing even real since it's a TV show? Yes, 100%. Now, what's scripted or put together would be, we know where we're going to go. We know that we're going to have a conversation, and we know that that's going to be filmed. But all of that is usually off the cuff. It's like, okay, ladies, we're meeting up here. Let's have conversations. Let's talk about what we're going to do. Or afterwards, we like to film interviews and people talk about their experience. None of that is scripted. I mean, you can't script ghosts. So the ghost hunting part, everything is just off the cuff. And we're going to have a lot of stuff that's boring that we're cutting out to make time for the stuff that's interesting. I mean, you guys don't want to sit there with us for 3 hours with a flashlight hoping something talks to us or someone. So all the ghost hunting, 100% authentic, 100%. But that's what's cool. The sad part is, like I said, you cannot script a spirit. You can't tell if someone's going to talk to you. You can't tell if a K2 meter is going to go off, EMF is going to go off. You can't tell if a REM pod's going to go off. You can't tell if you're going to sense anything at all. Now, what makes our show different is we have people that are gifted on the show. For me, one, I'm a medium. So spirits generally want to talk to me. So when I go on locations, I'm generally going to sense something because spirits are everywhere. They're with us all the time. With our paranormal girls, we have sensitives. We have people who've been doing it for over 20, 30 years, and we have mediums there as well. So generally, when they're on the job, they get activity as well. So that's kind of our concept, kind of what we do. It's why we can't take on other people. We have our gifted people. We have our cast. We have our crew. Everything is authentic. So let's get into the next question. Some of you have asked me a lot about being a medium on the show. Does this affect me? Yes, it does. So that's why I also have a limited amount of series that I do, because anytime that I do a reading, anytime that I do a show, it does drain me a lot. That is something that I'm working on as a person. So with the mediums as well that work on the show, sometimes they get dreamed as well. So this has to be put aside, and this has to be like very carefully planned, if that makes any sense. So next up, another question that we had was, are you welcome to skeptics? Yes. In fact, we love skeptics. We've had a lot of people who have come with us on site, and they've seen all kinds of different things. In fact, our entire first cast, crew, sound, basically everyone did not want to be on the show anymore because they saw what really happens. That means sometimes getting scratched. That means you might hear a voice say your name. You might see flashlights turn off and on with people asking questions. You're going to have an experience with us. It's almost always guaranteed. It's not going to be something that's extremely exciting every time, but it is something that's real. And if you do experience it and you don't have prior experience to that, it might scare you. So we understood that we had to start kind of fresh with our cast, our crew, and everyone who came along. So one of our next questions that people have been asking us lately is, how do I become a beauty? This is something that you don't have to join our show to do. This is something, if you have your cell phone, you have the right equipment, after watching our show, I hope that we can teach people enough that they can be able to do this on their own. But what we ask is people be respectful. Be respectful of the spirits you're going out and investigating. Don't go taunting. Don't go places that you're not allowed. Don't go doing things that you're not welcome to do. Make sure if you're filming in a location, make sure you have permission to film. Don't just go to some location and start filming or put cameras in people's face or even in ghost face, so to speak. You don't want to go there. Think about if someone came in your home and just started having their cell phone in your face. You don't want to go doing that. So don't go intrusive. Be respectful. We do encourage people who want to ghost hunt. We don't think it's for everybody. You don't know what doors you're opening. You don't know how to close them. My advice is go with another team or with trained professionals and learn first. Do your research. Learn about who spirits are, what they do. Learn about what's respectful, what's not respectful. Get some experience before you just go out there ghost hunting. We don't want anybody to invite anything into their homes or to them to become attached, which that can happen. And we've seen, even in our early experiences, things getting attached. Another question we have is, Can things attach to you? That leads to that right there. Yes. In the beginning, we did not know how to do that. We were very novice in everything we were doing. I've talked to spirits my whole life, but it was nothing about similar to when you go to haunted places. Sometimes you're going to come across dark entities or spirits that are in a bad mood. So a lot of times to get your attention, they follow you. They attach to your car, attach to you. You've seen they attach to dolls, haunted items. That's where we kind of get that. They attach to things they're comfortable with, and they might come home with you. So we had no clue about any of that. We were saging ourselves before the show. We were trying our best to make sure that we didn't have anything following us, but it did. After the first filming, I did get scratched. I took pictures. I shared it on social media. I had scratches across my side, my legs. It was pretty scary because I didn't know what to do with that. So currently I am training with a Taoist priest. I train with people who are paranormal professionals, and we work with people who are also experienced in the film to consult with them as well before we film. So if you want to go ghost hunting, you want to be a beauty on your own out there, I say go for it, but make sure you're trained and prepared. Another question along the way has been, will you come to my house? Now, unfortunately, you've got to remember, we do have a television show to produce, to edit. This is entertainment primarily, but this is also educational as well. This is not us going out to help anybody with their houses in particular just yet. Our show right now is basically going to haunted locations that we've vetted, that we've talked with other paranormals about, and we want to make sure that this is a place that's heavily haunted. We don't want to just be intrusive and go into people's homes just yet. We have one townhome that we did in the end of our first season, but that was someone that we work with, that we know, and that came to us and we were very comfortable with. Like I said, if you have a true haunting, if you have something, if you need an exorcism, or you have demons, or you have something that's really terrible and that's interfering with your life, we have trained professionals that you can contact and they'll come out to your home. They have to vet you, of course, and talk to you and make sure you're both the right fit, make sure that everything is on the up and up. You have paperwork. I mean, it is very professional. But with us, with Ghost Hunting Beauties, this is an entertainment show. This is something to be shown streaming. This is something we edit. This is something that we have all of us who are hired to actually present ourselves and do. We can't just go to different places out of our pocket and do these things. This is for an entertainment show, but we can put you in contact with the professionals that can come help you if you truly need some help. We don't want anybody to be experiencing something they don't have to experience, and we want to make sure that you are legitimate as well as them being legitimate. Sometimes we have things we think are hauntings and actually are not. So that would be up to the paranormal professionals. We leave that to them. The rest of us, we are models with a television show, and we are representing our ghost hunting adventures that we've already got kind of planned for you guys. So that's a little bit about what we do. We do not just go into people's homes and just film everybody that's haunted. Now, when we start getting into later seasons, we may start working with people and start doing something similar to that. But there are other professionals and other shows who are already well equipped to do that. That's kind of not what we do. One of the things that we have is people saying, I saw you make a mistake. Are you okay to us pointing it out? Yes. We actually encourage people to point out if we're making mistakes. Since we are in our first year doing this and we're novices, we are going to make mistakes. Even the professionals make mistakes sometimes. So as long as you're respectful and you tell us, hey, I saw you had your phone out, maybe that set off your equipment and it wasn't paranormal, we welcome you to tell us that. If it's something that's just been edited and it's kind of lost in translation there, we'll let you know, hey, we put our phone up. That wasn't what was happening. But we are encouraging people to give feedback, because the better we get at this, the better season 2 is going to be. And the better we get at season 2, the better season 3 is going to be. Because basically we want to take you guys along with our journey. We want to share this with you, but we are human. We are going to make mistakes. That's no problem there. Another question that we get is about our belief system. Everybody in the paranormal world has a different belief system. We work with an ordained minister who's from Spring Paranormal. She has her belief system. We have 2 other girls that work with her with their own belief system. I have my own belief system as well, and so do the models. We usually don't dive too deep into religion or any of that because we don't want to be offensive. We don't want to be exclusive. We don't want people to feel uncomfortable. We want people to know that we are very open-minded. I am a very spiritual person. I kind of take a little bit from everything. I have people in my family that are Catholic. I have Baptists in my family. I have a deep background that's deep in spirituality. I do believe there's something on the other side, and that's why I'm doing what I do. And this is also to help me to learn, help you to learn, and to bring everybody along with the journey to see what's on the other side. That's the whole goal. We're exploring, we're learning, and we're learning along with you. And if you have a belief system, like I've had people say that they believe me talking to spirits is evil, and you are welcome to believe that. I disagree, and that's okay. It is okay to have different beliefs. I do not believe that I would indulge in anything that is demonic, anything that is satanic, anything that is evil or awful. I am basically just communicating with spirits on the other side, and I try to help them and the people around them. So the kind of like the spiritual counselors for them and counselors for those who are around us, we all looking to learn and grow. And if we all grow spiritually together while respecting each other's beliefs, I think that nothing but good could come from it. So we hope that clears up about what our beliefs are. We don't get too deep into that. Politics, we don't get into that either because that's also divisive. We don't care about any of that. What we care about is people and their feelings when it comes to the paranormal. Now, are we going to tackle some deeper things for season 2? Yes. Season 2, now that we've had at least a year in this journey and we've had a lot more experience, we're going to get a lot deeper. We're going to take a little bit more risks. We're going to go to different places. We are going to explore things that we were previously uncomfortable with because growth happens when you step out of your comfort zone. And that's what we're looking to do. We're all stepping out of our comfort zone here because this is not something that we woke up on a Saturday night and said, I'm going to go ghost hunting. This is something we talked about. This is something we planned. This is something that we said, are we ready for this journey? Because we didn't know what we were going to find. And we didn't know what we were going to present to the world because, like I said, I tell you, I cannot cue or script spirits. They're going to tell me what they tell me. They're going to show up when they show up, and they're going to do what they do. If it ends up being something that's too dangerous, I will do everything to protect my cast, my crew, my sound people, and everyone, because everybody's safety is number one priority with our show. Now, if there was any other questions that anybody had, we really encourage you to reach out. Anybody that has paranormal experiences, we want them to share that as well. All we ask is that on our social media pages and anywhere else that everybody's respectful to each other. We've had some people that we have had to block and ban. So if you're one of those people, I'll explain what can get you blocked or banned. Now, I want to be inclusive. I want to make sure that everybody is heard and feels that they have a voice. But if people are going to be racist, sexist, homophobic, or put other people's beliefs down with online bullying, we are not down for that. That's not something that I will entertain. That is not something that I will listen to. That is something that you will get one warning, possibly two in case there's a misunderstanding. And then after 3 strikes, you're gone. I truly believe with who I am as a person and starting this company that I want to be sure that people feel valued, respected, and loved. And anything coming to our page that's against that, that's not what we stand for, and that's not what we'll tolerate. Because I've had already people coming along saying, I'm a liar, which that's fine. You don't know me. So I expect you to be skeptical. I expect people to be hesitant because this is something that I don't have anything other than the equipment that I use and me being a medium to present to you of what I found. I have paranormals who have had years of experience that can present their evidence as well. They've seen things I haven't seen yet. I mean, they're still trying to get me prepared. So I expect you to be skeptical. I expect you to not accept everything that I say. I want people to be healthy in that, but I do expect respect for me and anyone else that comes along. If you jump in and say that I'm a terrible person, then I'm going to say I disagree with you. If you keep on, then that's something I'll say, then you just don't need to be following us, watching us. Please change the channel, go to something else. If you are a skeptic or you're open-minded or you're just curious, please come along with us. Please learn. Eventually, we'll have people coming on more to our podcast to answer questions. We're going to go with the experts on this. We're going to go with different people with different belief systems and combine everything to explore and learn. This is a learning experience, not just for me, but for you and anyone listening, anyone watching. This is going to be an experience for all of us. I want to take it to the level that others haven't taken it. And then the bottom line is, we hope that at least it's entertaining, watching us have that experience as you watch as well. Now, will we have other lives and different things? Yes. On TikTok, you'll see us go live sometimes. You get behind the scene glimpses. Our subscribers are going to get a little bit more content than others have. You'll get more extended episodes, extended scenes, and hopefully that helps you to see more of what we're doing. Like I said, the goal is to experience the paranormal with us. Like I said, I will lay out what I believe, I don't believe, but I am so open to listening to what your experiences are too. So we hope you're enjoying this journey with us. We hope that you stick around. We hope that you watch our content, subscribe to all of our channels. You can find us on TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, everywhere, Facebook, Instagram. If there's a social media channel, you can generally find us because we want to make sure that the world is open to this. Your hearts are open to this. And even if you don't believe in any of this and you want to say, oh, this is just watch, just enjoy it. Enjoy the journey with us. And again, this has been 𝗚𝗲𝗍𝗶 with Ghost Hunting Beauties, and we'll see you next time.